With this tutorial, I will show you how to make a very consistent and well-aligned design. The end result will be something like that. If you have a couple of icons to use, you can start right away. We will mostly use the Align tool to get there, so you'll learn a lot about that. You go to Insert and start by inserting a shape. So I'll insert a shape. In my case, this is a circle. And when drawing the circle, I'm holding my Shift key to make this a perfect circle. Alright, I have the circle. I just quickly fill the shape with a white color so it looks a little bit more consistent with those icons. And I press Ctrl or Command D, D, and again Ctrl D. So I have something like that. How do I go from this to this? I'll also use the icons I have. In this presentation, I have those icons. So look at it. For example, this is smaller than this monitor. And this is a perfect example because when you work on real presentations, it's exactly the same. You work with random icons. So let's say I select 4 icons. Let's even select this so we have something completely different. I press Ctrl C. I go back to the initial slide and I press Ctrl V. Now, here's where the beauty starts. Normally, PowerPoint tries to help us with those guidance lines. But the more items are on the slide, the more of those guidance lines, and I can't really see when I'm perfectly in the middle. I would be now perfectly in the middle if you see the red lines, but if you are not sure, just click here, select both the circle and the icon, make sure only those two are selected. You go to Shape Format. In the Align tools, you select Align Center to center this icon vertically, and again align middle to align it horizontally. Now this icon is perfectly mathematically in the middle of the circle. If you want to make this object a little bigger, you can grab it, and as you can see, it's difficult to resize. So what I usually do, I press my Shift key so I can make it consistently bigger, remaining on constant proportions. Then while holding the Shift key, I also press my Control key, so it grows out from the middle. And if those lines really annoy you, you can also press the Alt key. So all 3 keys will allow me complete freedom. Alright, so I have placed this icon perfectly in the middle. Now I don't bother with changing the color and changing the outline color because that will be easy for you. I want to focus on alignment. I'll repeat the steps with all the icons. So I place this icon here. I'll try to use just PowerPoint for that. As you can see, those red lines help me, and this requires practice from you. If you are not sure if they are perfectly in the middle, click, select both, and again, align center, align middle. Now you can be sure this icon is perfectly in the middle. Okay, you can see I have a bit of trouble. That's PowerPoint. So what I do, align center, align middle. Once you are done with that, you just select icons, Ctrl G, Ctrl G, Ctrl G, or you can alternatively right click, group, and just group them. This way you would receive 4 consistent group of elements. You can click down on your slide, you can select everything. Again, as you can probably imagine, I'll go to the Align tools. And in the Align tools, you want to have selected Align Selected Objects, because you can either align to slide, which would distribute on the entire slide, or you can select Align Selected Objects. This will distribute elements to the item most on the left side and on the right side. In my case, this will be that one and that one. Okay, again, selecting everything, align. What I will do first, I want to align them horizontally in the same position. So I select Align Middle. Perfect. They are perfectly aligned to each other, but the spaces between them are a bit off. You can again click, select everything, go to Shape Format, Align, and now you don't want to align anymore, you want to distribute. You want to distribute elements. And you can simply distribute this horizontally, and this will make sure you have even spaces between them. This is not something you can learn like that right away. This requires practice. Go slow about it and remember about this lecture because you can always reference yourself back to it. Thank you very much for listening, and let's continue on.